Prrisky, I'm tired of coming back to this house looking like a battlefield. You're always on your phone, watching movies, scrolling through social media. What exactly do you do all day?
Oh, here we go again. So because the house isn't sparkling, I'm suddenly a lazy woman. You think marriage is slavery, Henry. You think I'm your maid.
Maid. No, Prrisky. But a wife should be responsible. You don't cook anymore. You don't clean, even your own clothes pile up. You wake up late, and still complain you're tired. What exactly do you contribute here?
Contribute. The same me that has to beg you for everything. Henry, you hold money like you're holding your breath. You never give unless I ask 10 times. I'm your wife, not your child. Why should I beg before you do what a man is supposed to do?
Beg. Prrisky, I give you what I can. You want to live like we're millionaires when you know how things are right now. You waste money on unnecessary things, hair, nails, clothes, and then complain I'm stingy.
You call looking good unnecessary. Maybe if you provided enough, I wouldn't have to remind you that your wife needs something. I see how you spend on your friends, but when it comes to me, you suddenly become a motivational speaker about saving money.
Oh please. Don't even go there. Those same friends you're talking about are the ones helping me stay sane. At least they don't nag me every single day. You've changed, Prrisky. You used to be sweet, supportive, caring. Now, you're just bitter and lazy.
And you used to be loving, Henry. You used to care. But now, everything I do irritates you. You don't even look at me the way you used to. You say I've changed. Maybe because I'm tired of being treated like a beggar in my own marriage.
Then act like a wife. Show me respect. Show me effort. Stop acting like the world owes you something. This house feels like a hotel lately. I go to work, come back, and nothing feels like home.
Maybe if you treated me like a woman, not a roommate, things would feel like home. You think throwing accusations makes you the victim. You've turned cold, Henry. You don't even touch me anymore unless I remind you I'm your wife.
Don't twist this, Prrisky. You know exactly why I've been distant. No man wants to come home to constant arguments in a dirty house. You want affection, but you give attitude. You want care, but you give complaints.
And you want submission, but you don't lead with love. You want a peaceful woman, but you give her no peace. You call me lazy, but have you checked how much your stinginess drains me? I'm exhausted, Henry.
And I'm frustrated, Prrisky. Every day it's the same thing. No peace, no progress. I'm trying, but it feels like nothing is ever enough for you.
I'm just tired.
The feeling is mutual.
Mummy, I'm tired. I swear, I'm just tired. I don't even know how long I can keep pretending that everything is fine.
What happened again, Prrisky? You sound broken. Talk to me, my daughter.
It's Henry, Mom. Things have gone from bad to worse. He barely talks to me unless it's to complain. Yesterday, he almost hit me. He raised his hand, Mom. I couldn't believe it. I just stood there shaking.
What? He almost hit you? Prrisky, don't tell me that useless man has now turned violent. So after everything I warned you about, you still think you can manage him? God forbid.
Mom, I tried. I've been patient. I cook, I clean, I try to please him, but he keeps calling me lazy. He says I don't perform my duties as a wife. Yet, he gives me nothing. Not even money for my own needs. I have to beg before I get anything. He's too stingy, Mom, too stingy.
Stingy and now almost violent? Prrisky, this is not marriage. You mean that man can't even provide for you and still has the audacity to raise his hand? I did not send my daughter into slavery.
I don't know what else to do. Anytime I complain, he says I'm nagging. If I keep quiet, he says I don't care. He's changed, Mama. The man I married is not the same Henry the first see now. He barely touches me. He just comes home, eats, sleeps, and leaves again.
That's because he's a failure, Prrisky. A man that can't provide or show affection is not a husband but a burden. I didn't pray for this kind of marriage for you. When I told you to look carefully before saying yes, you thought I was overreacting. Now you see.
Mom, please don't say that. I just needed to talk to someone. I'm confused. I don't want to make the wrong move.
Wrong move. Prrisky, the wrong move is staying there. If a man can raise his hand once, next time he will not stop at raising it. He will hit you. Then what? You'll call me from the hospital. Or worse. No. I won't allow that.
But Mom, I still love him. Maybe he was just angry. Things have been tense lately.
Love doesn't excuse disrespect, Prrisky. A man who truly loves you will protect you, not intimidate you. Let me tell you the truth, you're covering for him because you're scared of being alone. But loneliness is better than a marriage that destroys you.
You really think I should leave?
Leave. That's not even enough. If he dares lift his hand again, I will make sure he gets arrested. I will not sit and watch any man abuse my daughter. I didn't raise you for this nonsense. I will call your uncle at the station right now.
Mom, please don't do that. I don't want to cause more trouble. I just needed someone to hear me.
You think silence will save your marriage? It will only give him power over you. Today it's shouting and insults, tomorrow it's a slap, next week it's something worse. You better open your eyes, Prrisky. I'd rather have you home and alive than married and miserable.
Mom, I don't know if I'm ready for divorce. It feels like failure.
Failure. No, my daughter. Staying in a marriage where peace no longer lives, that's failure. Staying with a man who makes you beg for every coin and still dares to raise his hand, that's failure. I will not watch you suffer because you're trying to protect his image.
I just wanted a peaceful home, Mom. I didn't ask for much.
I know, my child. You deserve peace. You deserve love. And if Henry can't give you that, then he doesn't deserve you. Dry your tears, Prrisky. From this moment, I'm taking control. That man will know he married a woman with a mother.
Mom, please don't do anything rash. Let me try to talk to him once.
You're leaving that marriage regardless. You've been talking, Prrisky. It's time to act. I will not sit back while that stingy, useless man ruins your life. If he can't respect you, then let him go. Some men only learn the value of a good woman after they lose her.
Dad, I can't take it anymore. I swear, I'm at my breaking point with Prrisky. She's completely useless in that house.
Calm down, Henry. What exactly happened this time?
What hasn't happened, Dad? The house is always upside down. She doesn't cook unless I complain, she doesn't clean, she barely even takes care of herself anymore. I come home from work and see dishes everywhere. Clothes all over the place. Sometimes I just sit in the car for 10 minutes before going inside because I know what I'll meet.
That's terrible, Henry. But didn't you warn her before you got married? I thought you knew the kind of woman she was.
I thought I did, but she's changed. It's like she just gave up on being a wife. Every little thing turns into an argument. I tell her to do something, she snaps back. I even tried to talk to her calmly, but she twists my words and starts crying. Dad, I'm tired.
So she's one of those women that think marriage is a joke. Always expecting the man to do everything while they fold their arms. Henry, I've seen this before. If you don't handle it now, she'll walk all over you.
Exactly my point. She keeps saying I'm stingy, that I don't spend on her. Can you imagine? I provide food, pay rent, handle bills. What more does she want? I'm not her ATM. She wants money for everything. Hair, nails, clothes, even to buy pads she'll still ask me.
Some women are never content, my son. They compare their lives to what they see online and forget reality. She's lucky she has a man that even provides at all. Back in my days, your mother managed with what we had. These ones now want luxury before loyalty.
That's what I keep saying. The moment I try to correct her, she calls her mother and reports me. Yesterday she told her mom I almost hit her, can you imagine? I raised my hand out of anger, but I didn't even touch her. She knows I'll never hit her. I only wanted her to know how angry I was. Now her mother is threatening to get me arrested.
What nonsense. So her mother has now joined your marriage? That's exactly how problems multiply. That woman has no right interfering in your home. If she dares come to your house, call me. I'll give her a piece of my mind.
I just don't understand, Dad. Everything I do is wrong. If I keep quiet, she says I'm ignoring her. If I talk, she says I'm shouting. If I don't give her money, I'm stingy. If I give her, she says it's not enough. What exactly does she want from me?
She wants control, Henry. That's what she's after. Some women test a man to see how far they can push him. Don't fall for that nonsense. You're the head of the home. Put your foot down. If she refuses to change, let her pack her things and go back to her mother.
I've been trying to be patient, Dad, but she's making me lose respect for her. I can't live in a house where peace doesn't exist.
Then stop allowing her to dictate the tone. You're the man. You provide, you lead, you decide what happens. A woman that can't cook, clean, or respect her husband doesn't deserve the comfort of that home. If she wants to leave, let her. A peaceful single life is better than a miserable marriage.
So you're saying I should let her go?
If she refuses to change after all your warnings, yes. Don't let emotions blind you. A woman that challenges your authority will destroy your peace. I didn't raise you to tolerate disrespect.
I just wanted a happy marriage, Dad. I didn't sign up for all this drama.
I know, son. But sometimes, love alone isn't enough. Marriage needs discipline, not pity. If she truly values you, she'll adjust. If she doesn't, then you let her face the consequences of her pride.
You're right, Dad. I've been too soft. I'll handle it my way this time.
Good. Remember, Henry, peace in the home starts with order. Don't let her mother or anyone else break that. Stand your ground.
I was foolish. I called her lazy, ungrateful, difficult, but maybe I was the problem all along. I wanted her to respect me, yet I gave her nothing to feel secure. I made her beg for the little I could easily give. I let anger speak where patience was needed. I let pride lead where love should have ruled. Now I have the peace I thought I wanted, but it's cold, silent, and painful. If I could turn back time, I'd choose understanding over ego, listening over shouting, forgiveness over winning. I see it now. We didn't fall out of love, we just stopped watering it. We lost what we could have fixed, because we spoke too much, and prayed too little.
How did I get here? How did I let something so small destroy everything I prayed for? I thought walking away would bring me peace, but now I see I walked away from my peace. I let pride speak louder than love. I let outsiders become judges in a matter they never understood. If only I had held on a little longer, if only I had prayed more, listened more, loved more, maybe we'd still be together. I let emotions lead me, and now I'm left with emptiness. I thought I was freeing myself, but I only chained my heart to regret. I destroyed my home with my own hands. We lost what we could have fixed, because we spoke too much, and prayed too little.
So, another home destroyed. How easy it was. I didn't need to tempt them with adultery or lies. No, all I needed was their tongues. Their need to talk. I whispered to her, tell your mother everything. I whispered to him, complain to your father, he'll understand. And they did. Oh, how they did. They started sharing what should have been sacred. Their wounds became gossip. Their pain became entertainment. Their love became a topic for advice from the wrong lips. I didn't need to lift a finger. I just watched as bad counsel watered the seed of division. They could have survived. They could have healed. They could have prayed. But no, they let outsiders become judges in a court that only God should preside over. They thought they were family. No. Those people they called parents are still hurt from their marriages. And now, their home lies in ruins. Their vows, ashes. I told you, I don't destroy marriages, people do, when they open their mouths too wide. I only feed on what they expose. They've only seen what oversharing can do to couples. But what about friendships? What about dreams? What about secrets, visions, and blessings not yet ripe for the world to hear? Oh, they have no idea what's coming. I'm about to rejoice again, over those who still can't keep their mouths shut.
What other things must never be shared? 1. Your marriage or relationship issues. One of the greatest mistakes many couples make, and the very weapon the devil uses to scatter what God joined, is the act of exposing their marriage to outsiders. Your relationship or marriage is not a public debate. It is a sacred bond, a covenant sealed before God. The moment you begin to let third parties interpret your problems, you hand over the authority of your home to strangers. Look at Henry and Prrisky's story. They didn't fall apart because they didn't love each other. They fell apart because they forgot the sacred rule of privacy. When issues arose, instead of kneeling before God, they ran to their parents. Henry complained bitterly to his father, and Prrisky poured her pain to her mother. Soon, their parents, out of love but blinded by emotions, became judges over their home. Words were exchanged, anger was stirred, and the bond that once held them was shattered beyond repair. The truth is, no one sees your marriage the way you do. Outsiders, no matter how close, will always see from their own lens, a lens clouded by bias, emotion, or personal experience. Your mother may defend you. His father may side with him. Before long, the counsel that was meant to heal becomes poison that destroys. Even the devil rejoices when couples start sharing too much. Because he knows that a divided voice invites confusion. Every marriage has its storms, but wisdom demands that couples face those storms together, not with spectators, but with prayer, patience, and communication. The devil doesn't need to enter a home that's already exposed. He just whispers to one heart, tell someone. And the chain reaction begins. Marriage is not a place for public opinion. It is a garden that thrives in secrecy and dies under too much light. What is said in the room should stay in the room. Learn to talk to God more than you talk to people. If you must speak to anyone, let it be a spiritual authority grounded in wisdom, not emotion. Because once you expose your marriage to too many ears, you'll start hearing too many voices, and soon, you won't recognize the voice of love anymore. Henry and Prrisky's home didn't end because God willed it. It ended because privacy was lost. Their story is a warning, a loud reminder that sometimes, keeping quiet is not weakness. It is wisdom. Before you talk about your spouse, pause and ask yourself, am I protecting my home, or destroying it with my own mouth? 2. Your future plans and divine instructions. Another powerful thing you must never share carelessly is your future plans and the divine instructions God has revealed to you. There are dreams, visions, and directions meant for your spirit alone, things that are not yet ripe for public hearing. When you talk too early, you invite opposition too soon. The devil may not know your destiny until you announce it. Joseph learned this lesson the hard way. When he shared his dream with his brothers, it stirred jealousy, hatred, and a chain of painful events that almost ended his destiny. Genesis 37, 5-28. What God showed him was divine, but he revealed it prematurely. Some battles in your life are not from witches or enemies. They are from people who heard your plans before they were supposed to. Divine instructions are not for public validation. When God speaks to you, it is a secret between heaven and your heart. Announcing what God told you before the appointed time can attract spiritual resistance, envy, or manipulation. Remember, even Jesus warned his disciples not to reveal his identity until the right time. Matthew 16:20. Timing is as important as the instruction itself. Your future plans should be guarded like a seed, planted quietly, watered faithfully, and revealed only when it bears fruit. Talk less, act more. Move in silence and let your results speak. Every great destiny requires confidentiality. When you expose what God is building, you make it easier for the enemy to attack what is still under construction. So before you share your next step, pause and ask yourself, am I revealing this to inspire, or to impress? Am I speaking from faith, or from impatience? Many people have lost divine opportunities because they couldn't keep their mouths shut. But wise men keep their secrets until their testimonies are ready. Protect your plans. Guard your divine instructions. Heaven reveals mysteries to those who can handle silence, because silence is not emptiness. It is divine protection. 3. Your financial status. One of the most dangerous things you can ever expose, even to family and close friends, is your financial status. Whether you are doing well or struggling, keep it private. Money reveals the true heart of people. When they know too much about what you have or don't have, it changes how they see you, treat you, and even how they speak to you. Some people pretend to celebrate you, but deep down, they envy your progress. Others begin to drain you emotionally and financially, demanding favors that were never their right. When people know your financial strength, they either use you or resent you. That's why true wisdom teaches, silence is financial security. Henry and Prrisky's story paints this perfectly. During their marriage, Henry began to share his earnings and business progress with his friends and even some relatives. At first, it felt harmless, just open conversation. But soon, those same people started advising him wrongly, questioning how he spent his money on his wife, and planting ideas that Prrisky was a liability. On the other hand, Prrisky often complained about Henry's stinginess in front of her friends, who mocked him and made her discontent grow. What started as financial transparency became the root of division and distrust in their home. When outsiders begin to know too much about your finances, they gain control over your peace. Some will make you feel guilty for having, others will pity you for lacking. Both are traps. The wise keep their financial matters between themselves, their spouse if they are married, and God. The Bible warns in Proverbs 21:23, "Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles." This includes your financial tongue. The moment you announce your income, savings, or business plans, you invite opinions, expectations, and sometimes spiritual attacks you were never meant to face. Financial privacy is not pride, it is protection. You owe no one an explanation about how God blesses you or sustains you. If you are prospering, stay humble and quiet. If you are struggling, stay prayerful and discreet. Both silence and contentment are shields that keep the enemy confused. Some destinies have been delayed because people exposed what God was about to multiply. Not everyone smiling with you can handle your blessing. Keep your accounts, investments, and sources of income away from curious eyes. Let your lifestyle be simple, and let your wealth speak only when necessary. Henry and Prrisky lost their peace partly because money became a topic of exposure and judgment. If they had learned to protect their financial privacy and align their spending under God's guidance, their marriage might have survived. So before you tell anyone how much you earn or how much you have saved, ask yourself, does this person need to know, or do I just want to be noticed? Silence keeps the enemy guessing. And as long as he's guessing, he can't attack what he cannot trace. 4. Your weaknesses or struggles. There are few things the enemy loves more than exposed weaknesses. The moment you begin to speak carelessly about the things you struggle with, the devil and his agents take note. Not everyone who listens to your vulnerability does so to help you. Some listen to use it against you. Your weaknesses are sacred matters between you, God, and sometimes a trusted spiritual mentor led by the Holy Spirit. Sadly, most people share their struggles with anyone who looks sympathetic, not realizing they are giving their enemies the key to their downfall. You must understand, your weakness is not a sin. It's a space where God's strength can be perfected. 2 Corinthians 12:9. But when you expose that weakness to the wrong people, they twist what was meant to build you into a tool to destroy you. Even Samson, the mighty judge of Israel, didn't fall because of physical strength, he fell because he exposed his weakness to the wrong person. Judges 16. He told Delilah the secret of his strength, and that was the end of his glory. The enemy never attacked him until he spoke. Some of the most powerful attacks people face are not because the devil discovered their weakness by revelation, but because they confessed it to the wrong ears. Learn to take your weaknesses to the altar, not the crowd. The safest place for your struggles is in the secret place of prayer. The moment you turn your weakness into a topic of gossip or sympathy, you lose authority over it. So, guard your vulnerabilities. Speak them only before God, who heals, not before people who judge or mock. What you reveal to the wrong person today may become the rumor that ruins your tomorrow. Remember, the devil can't use what he doesn't know. Keep your struggles between you and the one who can truly deliver you. 5. Your family problems and personal secrets. One of the greatest mistakes people make is turning their family matters into public discussions. Every family has its own battles, misunderstandings, and imperfections, but when you begin to expose them, you give outsiders the power to disrespect, judge, and destroy what should be protected. Prrisky and Henry both made this mistake. Instead of protecting their home, they ran to outsiders, sharing every secret and every family issue. Soon, their relatives and friends began to take sides, and what started as a small disagreement turned into an uncontrollable storm. Your family's weaknesses are not for public consumption. When you tell everyone your family's secrets, you reduce the honor and respect your home carries. Some people will smile with you but use that information to mock or manipulate you later. Even Jesus, during his time on earth, knew when to withdraw from the crowd to settle matters privately. Matthew 18:15. There's wisdom in silence and strength in discretion. Not every pain or problem deserves an audience. Some are meant to be prayed about, not broadcasted. Guard your family's secrets. Once they leave your lips, you can never control where they go or how they'll be used. Protect your home, protect your name, and protect your peace, because what you keep private, the enemy can't use to destroy you. 6. Other people's secrets. One of the fastest ways to lose trust and divine favor is by exposing what others confided in you. When someone shares their secret, they hand you a part of their vulnerability, a sacred trust that must be protected, not discussed. Many relationships and friendships have been destroyed because one person couldn't keep quiet. The same mouth that leaks other people's secrets will eventually ruin its owner's credibility. No one trusts a leaky vessel. Henry and Prrisky both fell victim to this. In their moments of anger, they revealed each other's private confessions to outsiders, forgetting that what is said in confidence must remain covered. Instead of protecting each other's dignity, they tore it apart. Even God values secrecy, that's why he is called the revealer of secrets, not the spreader of them. Daniel 2:28. When you keep another's secret, heaven sees you as trustworthy. But when you expose it, you break a divine principle of love and loyalty. So, guard your tongue. What was told to you in confidence should die in your silence. The moment you start spreading another's secret, you become an unfaithful steward of trust, and sooner or later, that same measure will return to you. 7. Your next move and past mistakes. Wisdom demands that you move in silence. The moment you start announcing your next move, you invite both helpers and destroyers, and sadly, destroyers often arrive first. Not everyone clapping for you truly wants you to succeed. Some are only watching to see how to stop you. While it's good to acknowledge where you've been and how God has lifted you, not everyone deserves to know your full story. Some people will never see your growth. They'll only remind you of your failure. Your past is your testimony, but your healing is not everyone's business. There's a difference between sharing to inspire and oversharing to seek pity. The first brings glory to God. The second opens wounds for judgment. When Joseph shared his dreams too early, he was thrown into a pit. Genesis 37. Not because the dream was evil, but because it was revealed to the wrong audience. Some visions die not because God withdrew them, but because the dreamer spoke too soon. Move quietly, and let your results speak loudly. Learn from your past, but don't live in it, and never hand your enemies the blueprint to your next victory. Silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. Many destinies have been delayed, relationships destroyed, and blessings aborted, not by the enemy's power, but by careless tongues. What you keep private, the devil cannot use against you. Henry and Prrisky's story is a timeless reminder that not everything must be shared. Some things are meant to be nurtured in secret until God Himself reveals them. Guard your words, your plans, your weaknesses, and your family like treasures, because they are. Even Jesus often withdrew to lonely places to pray. Luke 5:16. He understood that power is preserved in secrecy. When you master the art of silence, you protect not just your peace, but your purpose. So, speak less. Pray more. And let your life, not your lips, do the talking.